Hi, welcome back to the Purple House. Thanks for tuning in today, and we are Piet and Grada. Today we want to talk about how to keep your heart healthy, and we're especially focusing on the damage of statin drugs, because the statistics are shocking. They show that 1 in 4 people over 45 routinely takes statin drugs, and statin drugs are designed to lower your cholesterol, claiming that that protects you from heart disease and so on, but the opposite is actually true. So statin drugs can cause damage to the heart muscle and other things, and the science, the real science, has proven that statin drugs have never ever yet prevented anyone's heart attack. So that is the news that you don't hear on the real news. So Piet, what do you have to say about that?
They give a bit of a false sense of security, because people go on statin drugs and then don't change their lifestyle at all. They rely on the statin drugs, and it gives them, they think they're doing the thing that'll prevent heart disease, but the statin drugs actually will damage the heart muscle, and they also will cause things like Alzheimer's, and there's a high incidence of motor neurone disease in statin drug takers, forgetfulness. Lots of people come out of the supermarket and forget where their car's parked, and they're probably on statin drugs.
And what's worse, aches and pains, especially seems to affect women really, really bad. So
quite often people who have been walking for exercise and start statin drugs, they can't walk anymore at all because of aches and pains in their muscles.
And stiffness.
And we had a client, I remember a client who came to us, she was almost wheelchair bound because of the aches and pains in her legs, all the muscles, and when she stopped taking statin drugs, she improved and was able to get out walking again.
She actually went to her doctor. Oh no, that was the client.
No, there was another client who he was involved in raising money for the prevention of motor neurone disease, and I saw that he was taking statin drugs, and I told him to do some research, just do some research in the correlation between statin drugs and motor neurone disease, and he did his research, which you should do as well. Take control of your own health. But he went and ripped shreds off his doctor, because that's what he was raising money for. And here he read, with all the research, that there's a high incidence of motor neurone disease in statin drug takers.
Anyway, his doctor was also quite surprised to give, like lots of GPs are just so incredibly busy, they really don't have time to research. So with the help of his GP, he was able to go off the drugs as well. So together, Piet, they had a brainstorm about it. Because actually everyone wants to do the best for each other on the whole, really. And so information is power, right?
The myelin sheath around our nerves is pure cholesterol.
Yeah.
There was a Russian scientist who we listened to one time on a podcast, and she says that we're almost 70% cholesterol. That's what we're made from.
If I look at Peter here in the video, in the camera, I'm looking at the bag of cholesterol.
The brain is 70% fat, and at least 25% of our cholesterol in our body is in our brain, and it
helps you to fire.
Promotes good brain function.
It fires the neurons, right? And then in women and men, by the way, you need cholesterol to create testosterone. Like, here you go. If you lower your cholesterol, you're going to drop your testosterone levels. Then you need to go to the doctor, and then the doctor will say your testosterone levels are low, then you can't get it up anymore.
Yeah, the amount of men with erectile dysfunction now is epidemic.
Yeah, and then you need like drugs for that, and so it goes on. On top of that, it's really, really bad for your self-esteem, and then, the same with women, by the way. We need cholesterol for progesterone and for healthy hormone production. So it's cholesterol is basically the foundation block of your body. So if you look at a house that's like what we used to call brick and tile, you know, that used to be really good brick and tile house. I remember how that used to be advertised when I first migrated, as opposed to weatherboard houses. So brick and tile stands for a strong house, right? So cholesterol is like the bricks, right? It's like the bricks of a house. So imagine a brick and tile house. You're a brick and tile house and you haven't got any bricks. What do you have then? Like, it's the structure of your body. So why would you throw something at the bricks every day that's going to dissolve it, right? So, no, seriously, I can't get, it's funny, but it's not funny, because 1 in 4 people is taking cholesterol lowering drugs, leading to an early death, an early grave, and all the autoimmune diseases that people get after they turn 45, which isn't very old, by the way. Like, you know, after you turn 45, if you've lived well, you might have a little bit of money in the bank and you might get some more free time. And that's the time when you want to make the most of life and, you know, go on a holiday or spend more time together, when you can really create a new adventure for yourself. Definitely like after 50 or after 55, but that's when people then start to die off. And also, yeah, I do feel passionate about it, because on top of all the other issues that you see, people's bodies just break down. People are losing their hair, people's nails are getting brittle. It's like all your organs start to fall apart. So you have to get the first things right, and definitely avoid cholesterol lowering drugs. They're called statin drugs, in case.
Plus, people who are given statin drugs are told to go off good saturated fats.
That's another big thing.
And that's all the so-called vitamin Ds and a lot of the hormones and some of the other vitamins, they are fat soluble, so we need a lot of good fats to carry these around the body, and quite often low fat diets are a cause of a lot of,
they're very destructive.
And those people have been told to change over to the seed-based oils, which have created
very
most
toxic
chronic disease in the whole world. Yeah, they're toxic to the human body.
Yeah, back in the days, like, because I still remember the Pritikin diet. If you're my age, I'm 62, so probably like 30 years ago, the Pritikin diet was like, you know, very hot topic. Everyone was doing it, and that was reducing your fat intake to 10%, which is of your daily food intake, which is almost impossible. But what people didn't say was that everyone who worked on the Pritikin business and who worked in the Pritikin clinics, a lot of those people committed suicide, and they all had mental health issues, right? Which is shocking. So you just don't get told the picture behind the picture, and thank goodness the Pritikin dieting after 20 years or 30 years of doing damage went out of fashion. But we just want you to know that you should investigate everything yourself, and also even don't take our word for it. You don't have to believe us, as long as we tell you enough to trigger some sort of curiosity that you think.
Another thing that will create a lot of heart disease and heart attacks is chlorinated water. Apparently countries where chlorinated water was introduced to kill off the bugs in the water, heart disease, heart attacks started increasing. And countries that don't have that water treatment have a far less incidence of coronary heart disease.
That's right. So Dr. Price, in the 1960s, he did an experiment on chickens. I don't know why he chose chickens, but anyway. And he started to give them chlorinated water, believing, well, maybe he was onto something, right? I don't know what he was trying to prove. Probably that chlorinated water was harmful. And so those chickens died a lot earlier than chickens who weren't given chlorinated water. So
a good, if you're on town water and it's always chlorinated, made in Australia, and
everywhere in the Western world.
Everywhere, really. You really need a good water system filter to get rid of the chlorine out of it to prevent heart disease. If you want to know a good filter, get in touch with us, because we've just invested in a really good one for ourselves. And also, the water mops up free radicals, so it's antioxidant. As you drink your water, it's full of antioxidants, so it's mopping up free radicals as well as getting the chloride out, so it's not causing heart disease.
Yep. So we'll put a link in the article. Everything we are telling you is in an article that is called links as well. So our water machine or water filter, we bought it 4 months ago. We replaced our other water filter, which was also really, really good, but we'd had that one for 15 years.
And it went on the blink.
Yeah, that's right, because we've had a big family and all the rest. So we actually bought 2 water machines this time, and it's also hydrogen boosted, so the hydrogen molecule drives the water molecules deep into the tissues. And I didn't expect to get the results that I'm experiencing today, but after drinking my water from our Neo machine for 3 months, I started to feel tremendous benefits, which I honestly didn't expect. So, as you know, I recovered from a really serious truck accident, which is nearly 20 years ago now, with spinal injuries and all the rest. And I noticed that some of my nerve cells that from spinal injuries are waking up. So they're waking up after 20 years. So I'm getting more feeling and more use of my body. And also I have less pain in my lower back. So I always have some residual pain, of course, from being smashed up. And so I believe what's happening is that the water, I'm getting deeply hydrated now for the first time in my life, because the water that comes out of the machine is the smallest particles, right? So the body can easily absorb it. Whereas when you normally drink tap water, a lot of people just can't drink water. They come to us and say, well, I just can't drink water, it doesn't go down, or you have to buy fizzy water and you feel it gurgling down into your tummy, because the truth is the water molecules are too big, and on top of it, it's got a lot of toxins in it that your body intrinsically knows, okay, chloride and fluoride and all the rest, this isn't good for me. So your body is already rejecting it in your throat. That's what's happening.
I find that I can drink large amounts, up to 900 ml, in one go from our water filter.
Right.
And it's easy to drink.
Well, I enjoy it. I'm one of those people that never enjoy drinking water, and I really, really enjoy it now. It makes me feel good.
Another way to also get that chlorine out of your water or out of your body, if you've been drinking chlorinated water, is you need to supplement with iodine, because iodine is needed by the thyroid, and if we don't have iodine, which is not in our soils, then chloride will jump in the place where iodine is meant to be, and we'll have toxic thyroid hormones.
Yeah, toxic hormones.
Supplementing with iodine will help the body get rid of chloride and fluoride out of our body.
And mercury and heavy metals. Yeah. It has lots and lots of benefits, and it's needed by every cell here. It's needed by every cell
of the body, and it prevents a lot of disease as well, just supplementing with iodine.
And the other thing is, if you swim in a swimming pool, like a chlorinated swimming pool, which, I mean, swimming is really good for your health, but then you have, so if you want to quickly neutralize the chlorine, you can rub salt on your body, but I mean, it would look a little bit funny, wouldn't it? If you come out, as soon as you come out of the pool, you rub salt on your body. I'm just letting you know in case you want to do that.
Another way, if you do, before you get your water filter, you can put your water in a container, put it out
in the sun,
and the chloride will evaporate off. So,
and the fluoride,
yeah. So then you drink it after half an hour, and you'll have a lot less chloride going in. Yeah.
That's right. And putting a little bit of fresh lemon juice in your water is also really, really helpful for all of that. Alright, so we quickly want to finish off with how you can help your body. Like some other things, is of course beach flow. We do go on about beach flow a lot, because we've just seen how it helps everyone, including ourselves. So beach flow is a supplement that you can take. It's literally our most popular supplement because people feel so awesome when they take it all the time, like 3 times a day preferably, to get your bile flowing. But today we talk about beet flow. Why?
It's got nitric oxide and taurine in both of those. Also, it gets the bile flow going by dilating the bile ducts, but it also dilates the circulatory system. So all your arteries and veins, they'll dilate as well and get the blood flowing a lot better.
That's right, it restores the flow. And we're only healthy, of course, when everything is flowing, when your blood's flowing, your lymph is flowing, your energy is flowing, your relationships are flowing, like your money is flowing.
I must say, on the bottle it says take 1 a day, but you really need to take it 3 times a day for good effects.
And also it helps to your body to get the most of out of your healthy fats, because we encourage you to have more butter or ghee or meat fats or coconut oil. Cream, they're the best fats. And if your body goes like, oh, I can't stomach it because it's simply not used to those healthy fats, that's where beet flow comes in handy. So it helps you to absorb the fats properly.
Gets the bile flowing, and that bile is needed to digest and break down your fats. So.
And then your body gets all the right nutrients.
Plus we make 10 times the amount of energy from molecular fat than we do from molecular sugar, so we don't need to eat anywhere near so much.
No, that's right. Yeah. So I think that sums it up probably.
Pretty well.
Yeah, so you don't need statin drugs. So these are cholesterol lowering drugs. We've already explained it. And so please do your own research, because highly likely that you're taking statin drugs if you're listening to us, because 1 in 4 people...
Don't take our word for it, do your own research.
Yeah, exactly.
Particularly the correlation between statin drug takers and motor neurone disease.
Yeah, we've seen how many of our friends and clients, people we've come across, and it was too late, right? They have passed away because they had those genetic issues in their body, and then they were giving their body the wrong thing. So information and knowledge gives you power, right? And if you don't understand things, you feel powerless. I hate that feeling powerless and helplessness. So Peter and I, we spend hours and hours every week researching. When we work with our clients and we come across something we don't know, we will research it, we ask questions, we go around and ask people questions, and we look it up. So over the years we've seen so much, and we've really we understand so much about your issues as well. So please, if you feel like, okay, I have too many aches and pains, I'm lacking energy, my body isn't responding to my, all the good things that I'm giving it, or you just feel like you've come to a grinding halt, please book in for a session with Peter or me. Peter specializes in cellular health, so he will look under the microscope and he can tell you exactly what's going on. So that's called a full health analysis. And I specialize in energetic medicine, so I can immediately tune in where your energy is blocked and get it flowing again. And we also, Peter can do that as well. We've all both done the same training, so we sometimes swap roles. But you're in good hands, because we all also pick each other's brain.
Plus, it's a lot of education. The things we learn, we have implemented in our own lives, and if they don't work, we don't pass them on to our clients.
Exactly.
We only tell you the things that we've found that work.
Work for us, for our children, for our grandchildren, for our clients.
So book in, and we'll be able to teach you how your body works and what you need to give it so it'll work properly. Yeah,
so you can live long, very long life with all your marbles and your mobility intact, and you feel healthier and happier every day. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a really wonderful week. And we're open Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 to 5. Our receptionist is here to look after you, and also you can send us an email or a message.
And you can buy the supplements online as well.
Yeah.
So go online and order your supplements, and we get them out to you the same day or the next day.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you,
Have a good week.
Bye.